All right. Lie on your back and bend your knees. Have your feet as wide as the mat. And then just observe the breathing. In and out through the nose. Don't judge, just observe. And then maybe close your eyes and put your hands onto your belly. We do some very easy and gentle belly breathing. So both hands around the navel or maybe underneath the navel. And breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And see if your hands are moving at all. So with your inhale, maybe your hands are moving a little bit up. And when you exhale, maybe the hands are moving down. And maybe that movement is just very small and you're breathing more into your chest. That's okay. And then just try to breathe a little more into the belly. So when you inhale, the hands lift up a little bit more. Fill everything with air. And as you exhale, squeeze out every little bit of air. And the hands sink down. Now, while you keep moving the hands up and down, even if it's just a small movement, now start moving your feet back in towards the midline of the mat so that your legs are parallel. Your knees, your feet, and your hips are in one line. And then focus again on the breathing. Long neck, shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly open your eyes. And bring both knees a little closer towards you, towards your chest. And bring the hands onto the knees, on top of the knees. And then again, a very small movement. We straighten the elbows and we bend the elbows. So we let the knees go away and then we bring the knees into the chest. And then we try to connect that with the breathing. So when you come with the knees into your chest, it's the easiest to exhale out. And when you let the knees go away and you create space, it's easier to fill the lungs with air. Exhale out, bring the knees in, and inhale, let the knees go away. And then let the knees go right in between. Exhale and inhale. And then just keep breathing and just circle your knees one way. Take your time, start with a small circle. Feel your lower back, the sacrum, and maybe a little bit of hips. And then let the circle become bigger. And then change the direction. You can start with a big circle and then let that circle slowly become smaller. And then find some stillness here for a moment. Breathe the knees then in and out. Exhale when you bring the knees in. Inhale when the knees go back. Exhale, knees come in. Inhale, knees go out. And stay here and start separating. So you circle the knees and we open up those hip joints. Small circles that become a little bit bigger, or they don't become bigger. Just keep the circle the way you like it. And then we can change the direction, circle the other way around. And then bring both feet onto the floor. And then bring one knee into your chest. And stretch. You can keep the knee bent if that's okay with you. If you want, you can also stretch that left leg out, flex both feet, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale out, lift your nose towards your right knee, and then slowly lower back down. And then again, bring the knee in a little bit more when you exhale, and when you inhale, let the knee go a little. And then bend your knee, your left knee, and lift your right foot or your right leg up. And again, small movements. Bend and flex the foot. Look at your foot, long neck. Try to unhinge the jaw, relax the tongue and the forehead. Very gentle. And try to become, or try let that movement become bigger so that you feel like that is the full range of motion in my ankle joint. And then the same with the circles. We start with a small circle, maybe there's a cracking, like this. And then let the circle become bigger without moving the rest of the leg, just the foot, big circle. And then change the direction. Take your time, slow circle, but big, big range of motion. And then hold your foot and just move the toes. So spread your toes as wide as you can, and then curl the toes together. Open the toes wide, curl together. Last one, open the toes wide, like spreading like your fingers, and then curl them back together. And then put that foot down and bring your left knee in. So first, bring the left knee in, flex your left foot, and see if you're okay here. Breathe in. And as you exhale out, bring your left knee in a little closer. With your next exhale, see if you want to stretch out your right leg. You don't have to, you can keep it bent. If it feels okay, keep it out here. Take another deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale out, bring the nose towards your left knee. And then slowly lower your head back down. Bring your right knee back in and lift your left foot up so you can see it. And again, we start bending and flexing. Bending and flexing. Straightening and bending. You know what I mean. For a range of motion, so push the heel towards the ceiling, toes towards you when you flex, and the opposite. And then start circling. Small circle that becomes bigger. And then change the direction. Big circle. And then find stillness. Look at the toes and spread them as wide as you can, like you would do with your fingers. And then curl the toes together and spread them wide. Curl together and spread them out wide. Last time, curl together, spread them wide. And then slowly put your left foot back down. And then get that towel or the strap or your belt, whatever you find that you can use right now. I'm going to use the towel. Okay, so now put the towel on the ball of the right foot. Shoulders away from the ears, long neck. If you feel your chin is lifting up, bring it a little down so that the neck is kind of neutral. And then you can, see what it feels like. So maybe your knee is here, that's okay. So focus on the heel, flex the foot towards you, and then push the heel towards the ceiling and your knee towards straight. Doesn't have to be straight, just push it towards it. And then see if you want to stretch out your left leg. See what that feels like. So if you stretch out your left leg, keep your left foot flexed. So it's a very active leg. And if you're out here and you think, no, this is too much pressure for my lower back, listen to that and bring it back in. And then focus on your breath. Through the nose, in and out. And then with your next exhale, maybe you want to bring that leg a little closer towards you. It doesn't have to be much, and it doesn't have to move at all. Just your intention, you bring it a little closer towards you, or maybe you just stay here and breathe and hold that stretch. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. Just breathe. Open up the back of the leg, hamstring and the calf muscle. And at any time, if you feel you want to bring that knee back in, go ahead. So then we take the towel into the right hand, both ends of the towel into the right hand. And then we bring the left hand either onto the left hip, or we can bring it out to the side. And then we open the right leg towards the right side. Keep both feet flexed, push the heel away. Now my window is here in the way, maybe you have some space. You can bring the elbow down onto the floor. You can just stay here and breathe. Use the weight of the leg to stretch the inside of the leg. And breathe. And again, the breathing is an indicator. If you cannot breathe easily, the stretch is a little too much. One more breath. Now slowly bring your right leg back to the middle. And we switch the hands. Left hand goes onto the towel. The right hand goes either onto your right hip crease, or you bring the arms beside you. The arm beside you. Keep both feet flexed. Push the heels away from you. Long neck, shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. And one more breath. Slowly bring your leg back to the middle. Bend your knee and bring the foot down onto the floor. And then bend both knees. And same thing with the left. So we bring the towel on the ball of the left foot. Hold on both sides. And again, keep the right knee flexed for a moment and just work on that foot first. So push the heel towards the ceiling, the toes go towards you. And if your knee is here, just push it towards straight. If your knee is straight and your foot is flexed, with your next exhale, bring the leg a little closer towards you. And again, with your next exhale, see how it feels when you slide out your right leg. Bend your right foot. Relax your shoulders, the jaw, and breathe. I can still hear some noise in the back and the phone. So bring your leg a little closer towards you, or just work on the heel and the knee. And when you're ready, bring both hands, bring both sides of the towel into your left hands. Bring your right hand right on the right hip and open your left leg towards the side. Flex the foot, flex both feet actually. And also here, if you feel like, this is a little too much and I feel like I'm falling over to the left, you can bend that right knee and hold the right knee.
These sacrificial gifts we offer joyfully, both for those who have been reborn and
flex the left foot. Go on. One more breath. And then slowly bring that left leg back to the middle and switch the hands. Left hand goes onto the left hip and slowly bring that left leg over to the other side. Breathe. Both hips are still on the floor. Make sure that left hip is still on the floor. It doesn't lift up. That movement is a very small movement. It's not a big range of motion. Breathe. And slowly bring the leg back to the middle. Bend your knee, take the towel off, and put the towel to the side. Bend your knees. Long neck, lift your arms halfway up, palms facing each other. And then make a fist and circle your wrists one way. And then just circle while you're lowering the arms down to the floor. And pause. Lift your arms back up. Make fists again. And maybe circle the other way. And now we circle the arms all the way over the head. And then lower the arms down and rest. Lift both arms back up. And then just flex your hands so that your palms are looking up towards the ceiling. And maybe feel the stretch here. And then slowly do the opposite. Hands move forward. And then just put your left hand on top of the right. Watch the shoulder, that the shoulder is not moving up towards the ear, and your elbow is kind of straight, but not locked. And then just stretch that forearm a little bit here. And then the other side, we're going to do that sitting up in a minute. Again, left hand. So your right hand is on top of the left. And then bring both hands again towards each other, palms facing each other, and just circle those wrists again with your two fists. Change the direction. And then lower your arms back down. Now move your head over towards the right. Just a small gentle movement. Don't push too far. And then slowly bring the head back to the middle and move over to the left. And slowly back to the middle. And then bring your right foot on top of the left knee. Push your right knee out. Bring your left leg in. Interlace your fingers behind your left leg. Push your right knee out and flex both feet. Breathe here. Opening up the right hip. Maybe you feel a good stretch in the piriformis muscle. And slowly lower down. Both feet on the floor. And we switch, so the left foot goes onto the right knee. Bring your right leg in, interlace your fingers behind the right leg. Flex both feet. You can push that right knee into the left ankle and push the left knee out a little. And breathe. Slowly lower everything down. And then bring your heels a little closer towards you. We're coming to bridge. So move your arms a little. So bend your elbows, palms facing each other. Press your elbows down into the mat and create space. So press your elbows down and lift the chest up a little bit. Squeeze the shoulder blades just a little bit together. Then bring your arms right beside your body, palms facing down, long neck. Try not to move your neck while you're coming up into bridge pose. So long neck. And then with the neck, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lower your lower back down to the mat, engage your abs, and then start lifting up the tailbone, your hips, keep breathing, and come into a nice and easy bridge. Doesn't have to be all the way up. Maybe it's halfway. And then we roll each bone back down, bone by bone by bone, just creating some space. And a little bridge flow. So again, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale out, engage the abs and straight away lift your tailbone, lift your lower back, and maybe lift the middle back. Maybe you come a little bit higher. Keep pressing your arms down from the shoulders all the way down towards your fingertips. Press the feet down. Watch your knees. What are they doing? Are they flaring out? Maybe you can bring them a little together. And then slowly roll back down. Try to take your time with this. Control the movement all the way down. The last thing that touches the floor is the tailbone. So what happens with me is, as soon as I do that, my chin lifts up, right? So bring the chin back down, lengthen the back of the neck. And again, press your Arms down all the way from the shoulders to the fingertips. Press your feet down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale out, engage those abs. Press your lower back down before you stop lifting up. Lift, lift, lift. Now stay here for a breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale out, roll down the spine, bone by bone by bone. Take your time. And then we lift the right arm halfway up. And then bring the right arm right beside the head. Put the arm down and slowly turn your head towards the left. Bring your head back to the middle. Bring your arm all the way back up. Bring your left arm up. Lower your right arm down. Bring your left arm right beside your head. Turn your head towards the right. Bring your head back to the middle and lift both arms up. Hold on to your elbows. If you like, bring your elbows over your head. Open up the chest. And slowly bring the arms back down, all the way beside your body. Arms right beside your body. We come into the last bridge pose. And if you like, if you feel like it, you can interlace the fingers underneath you when you're up in bridge pose and open up the chest a little more. If that's not an option, just stay here. Okay, so take a deep breath in. As you exhale out, engage those abs. Press the lower back down into the mat and start lifting up the tailbone and then your lower back and then your middle back. Long neck. Make sure you don't turn the head. And then just move the shoulders left and right and bring the arms together underneath your hips. And you can move to the left and right to scoot, to move the shoulders a little more together. Long neck, stay here and breathe. And maybe feel how this opens up those hip flexors a little bit more. Squeeze. Squeeze the glutes together, right? To lift all the way up. And then slowly let the arms go. And press the arms right beside your body. Long neck. And then again, with your next exhale, start rolling down, bone by bone by bone. Very good. And then slowly bring the knees into your chest and just start circling one way. And then circle the other way. And bring your feet onto the floor. Roll onto the right side. I go onto the left, otherwise you don't see me. And come up into a seated position. Okay, so you can sit on the blanket if you like. You can maybe on a pillow, just to sit up a little bit higher. Bend the knees and then take the fleshy parts of those sit bones, right? So you have a good connection to the floor. And then again, imagine somebody's pulling you up. So you're growing really, really tall. Roll your shoulders back. And then bring your arms right beside you. Inhale your arms up. And exhale back down. Inhale all the way up. And exhale back down. Inhale, lift your gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower the chin towards the chest. Inhale, lift your gaze all the way up towards your hands. Exhale, lower down, chin towards the chest. Inhale, last one, lift your gaze. Exhale, lower back down, chin towards the chest. Lift your head, lift your right arm. Drop your shoulder down, bring your left hand right beside you. Come into a side stretch. Reach up high towards the ceiling. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come a little more into that side bend. One more time. Inhale, lift a little. Exhale, side stretch. And then bring your right arm back down. Roll your shoulders back. And then lift your left arm all the way up. Drop your left shoulder down. Bring your right hand right beside you. Come into a side stretch. Push both hips down. Shoulders away from the ears. And go for the ceiling, not so much the opposite wall. Breathe here. Feel how that inhale lifts you up a little, and that exhale lets you soften a little more into that side bend, creating more space. Inhale, lift a little, and as you exhale, soften into the side stretch. And slowly bring the hand back down, roll the shoulders back. Then interlace your fingers, your hands, and lift your arms all the way up. So drop your shoulders down, push the sit bones down, relax those knees, and breathe. Feel the stretch in your wrists, maybe the elbows, and breathe. And then from here we come into a very, very gentle side bend. Breathe here, and then we come back to the middle. We're almost there. Stay with me. Side bend to the other side. And slowly come back to the middle. And let the arms go back down. Roll the shoulders back. And bring the hands together behind you. Open up the chest. And lift your arms just a little. Open up those shoulders. We're going to feel that a lot in King Dancer, right? And slowly lower back down, roll the shoulders back, and then stretch your legs out. Stretch your legs out wide and flex your feet. And again, if you want, take those sit bones up. Gives you more of a length in the lower back. And then bring your hands right in front of you. And maybe you're here and you think, yeah, that's it, Mandy. I'm not moving any further. This is it. Stay here and breathe. So if you stay here, push your hands down. Keep those feet flexed. And if your knees are a little bit bent, absolutely, totally fine. Push them towards straight. And then pretend you're moving the floor towards you. You're pulling it in. And that gives you a little space to open up the chest and sit very tall. If you think, yes, this is awesome, but I want to walk a little forward, go ahead. Walk your hands forward. And come from your hip, right? Not from the upper body. So lean forward. Stick that buttocks out a little if you can. And move forward wherever you feel. That's my edge. This is where I feel the best stretch. You can also bend your elbows if you want. And just stay here. Feel that opening in the back of the legs. Keep your feet flexed. And as I said, stay where you are feeling good. Where you can breathe. And then slowly walk your hands back. Take your time. And bring your feet and your legs back together. Bring your hands behind you. Open up the chest. Come into staff pose. So flex those feet, right? Straighten your legs. Open up the chest, long neck, long spine. And then we bend the left knee. So we bend, so the leg is straight ahead forward. We come to a little bit of a forward. And so the knee is bent. You bring your hands right beside or just on top of your leg. And we fold again from the hips forward. So we are not diving down towards the knee. We're doing this very slowly. Keep your foot flexed. Actually, if you have your towel close, bring the towel and put the towel around your foot and then just bend your elbows and keep your chest open. Yes. If you can reach your foot, you can hold on to your foot and then reach forward. And then just breathe here. Stay here, straight spine, long spine. Breathe. And then if you like, you can forward. The head goes towards the knee. Breathe here wherever you are. And then slowly, either walk your hands back or just drop the towel and lift back up. Perfect. Now, bring your left leg back in, stretch it out forward, and we bring the right foot in, the right knee in. Again, if you like, hold on to the towel. Flex that left foot, open up the chest, and slowly lean forward. Fold forward from your hip. Reach forward. You can also hold on to the foot. Proud chest. I was about to fold forward. And then with your next exhale, you can round the back and lean or move the head towards the left knee. One more breath. And then slowly come back up. And we come into table. So come onto the knees and your hands. Pull up your pants. And then so the hands are right underneath the shoulders. Open up the fingers wide. And we just start again with a very easy cat-cow flow. So you inhale, drop the belly, lift your head, arch the lower back. And then you round your back, push the floor away as you exhale out. You lift your head, drop the belly, arch the lower back. And then as you exhale out, engage those abs, push the floor away, round your back. Lift the head. And then again, round. And then slowly, we lower down onto the belly. Bend your elbows, lower down. Wiggle those hips, lift up the right leg, push it out, make it longer, put it back down. Lift up the left leg, push it out, make it longer, put it back down. And then with your next inhale, you lift into a baby cobra. Very gentle and easy cobra. Slowly lower back down. Wiggle those hips. Rest your head on one side. And then lift up one more time. Lift, lift, lift. Make sure you're not pushing into the floor with your hands, that it's just the back muscles. And then slowly lower your head on the other side. Wiggle those hips. Bend your knees. And windshield wipers left and right. And then lower the legs down. And lift your head up. And slowly come into Sphinx pose. So the elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And you lift the chest. And then lift your head. So engage the abs just a little bit. And then look over towards the left. And bend your right knee. Point the foot and slowly lower back down. Turn the head over to the other side and bend your left knee. Proud chest. Don't sink in between your shoulders. Lift the chest and slowly lower back down. And rest. The head down. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under and then push yourself into a table position. And from table, open up the knees wide and sit back in child pose just for a moment. Come back up into table. And again, if you have your towel or maybe your blanket, put it underneath your knees as a padding. We tuck the toes under and we lift into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up high, pedal those legs. And then find some stillness. Lift the sit bones up, create space between the shoulders and your ears. Keep the knees a little bent and breathe. And lift back up onto your tippy toes. Lower your knees down onto the floor. Lift your head. Untuck the toes. Lift your right leg all the way up. And then just bend your knees round your body. And then lift it back up. And round. Bring the knee into the chest. Last time. Stretch it out. And slowly bring it back in. And then slowly lower the knee down. You move to the left. You stretch your left leg out. And then round your body. Bring your knee in between the shoulders towards the nose. And then stretch it back out. And bring it in. Maybe exhale right now. Inhale, stretch it back out. And exhale, bend back in. And last time, stretch it out and lower it down. Lift your right arm, lift your left leg. Stretch both out. If you like, so engage those abs, lift the abs all the way up. If you like, you can stay here. You can also bend your knee and open up and try to hold on with your right hand onto your left foot. If that's a little too much, just stay here and lift up that left knee, bend it, and lower everything back down. Now lift up your left arm and your right leg. Bend your right knee. You can stay here. You can also reach back, hold on to the foot, and lift it back up. And straighten out. Lower back down. Rest in child pose just for a moment. Slowly come back up. And take that, oh no, keep the padding. Tuck the toes under and lift back up into downward facing dog. Breathe. And then either come from here with the right foot in between your hands or lower back down onto the knee and bring the right foot forward. You come into a low lunge. And then from here, you untuck the toes and let the hips lean down or move down to open up that hip flexor to prepare for King Dancer. Move a little bit back and then come forward again. Open up the chest, lift the head. One more time, go back with the hips and then just lower back down, lift the head, proud chest. Slowly move back and bring your right knee back down onto the floor. Tuck the toes under, lift up into downward facing dog. Come back up onto the toes, bend your knees, lower back down, and bring your left foot forward. Hands tucked in, right toes, lower your hips, lift your head. Watch out about the knee, right? That the foot is not behind, that's in front. Move back a little. And then let the hips lower down again. Move back just a little. And move forward again. Last time, move back. And move forward. And slowly move back. Press your hands down, slide that foot back. Tuck your toes under and lift back up into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward, into forward, forward. Bend your knees just a little. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe hold on to your elbows and just gently rock from side to side. And then let the arms go down. And we inhale halfway up. Straight back, shoulders away from the ears, hands onto the shins or maybe onto the floor, wherever your half back is. And then exhale, forward, forward. Breathe here. And inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward. And then bring the arms right beside and come all the way up into upward fold. Bring the arms right beside you. And roll the shoulders back. I don't think there's such a thing as an upward fold. But you know what I mean. Shake everything out. And again, just taking my towel out of the way, come to the front of the mat. And bring your hands onto your hips. And bring the weight into the left leg and step your right leg back. We come into a warrior one first. Again, square those hips, bend those knees. Lift your arms all the way up. Now interlace your fingers and point your index fingers all the way up. Drop your shoulders down. And then lower your arms all the way forward. Reach forward. Now work with your abs. Engage those abs and lengthen the tailbone just a little. Maybe bend your knee. Again, engage those abs. Lengthen the tailbone. Push the shoulders away from you. Now straighten the back knee again and lift your arms. Reach up high. Bend the knee. Lower the arms. Engage those abs. So when you engage those abs, you lengthen the lower back a little, right? And your back knee bends just a little bit, right? And then lift again, straighten the back knee. And then straighten the front knee, bring your hands to your hips. Step forward. Shake everything out. Bring the weight over into the right foot. Step your left foot back. So the left foot is turned out just a little. Square those hips forward. Engage those abs. So the movement, when I'm saying engage those abs, when we are pointing, is a little bit like that, right? Bring your arms all the way up into your warrior one. And then maybe you have to, like me, put the foot a little more forward. Bend that front knee, drop your shoulders down. Now interlace your fingers, point your index finger up, and then lower your arms and engage those abs. Bend that back knee just a tiny little bit. And slowly straighten and lift your arm. Drop the shoulders down. Breathe. And one more time, lower and engage those abs. And then straighten that back knee and lift the arms. And then slowly bring the hands onto your hips and step forward. Shake everything out. And now we come to that king dancer. So again, we are not in the library, so we don't have all those bookshelves and walls, but I'm pretty sure you have either a chair or maybe somewhere a table where you can hold on in case you get a little wobbly. So then take your belt, your strap, or maybe your towel, and if you need it, right? So that's a very nice option. So I show you how we do it, and then we do it all together. You can use it with the towel, or you can do it with the towel or without it. So we put the towel on the top of your right ankle, foot, and then you can hold on to your towel, and then hold on to the side, to the table, to the wall, whatever there is. And then if this is already a big stretch for you and you're working hard here, right? Then maybe you see where my knee is. Then just bring the knee back, right? And then you see how I arch my lower back here. So try to engage the abs. And then let the weight of the foot open up your chest here and bend or open up the knee and the hip flexors here, okay? So you wanna grow tall. You can also lift up your left arm, okay? So this is what we do with the strap. Let's do it all together. So if you don't use the strap, bring your hands onto your hips. Bring the weight into your left leg. And then hold on to your right foot. And push the foot into your hand. So that should open the right shoulder. You maybe feel a nice stretch in your right thigh and the knee. If your knee is right here, bring it in line with the other knee. And then if you want, you can lift your left arm all the way up. So having tension in that left arm, reach up high. And then you can stay here, but you can also lift your right leg behind you and use that upper body and the left arm for counterbalancing. And if you lose the balance, like me, just find it back. So I said it many times before, the little muscles in your left foot right now, they are loving this. They are working really hard right now. And get strong. Breathe here. Look at something that is not moving. Your drishti, a point on the floor that is not moving. If you're here with your strap or with your towel, just stay here and breathe. Move that knee maybe a little bit back. Find some length in the front of the body. And focus maybe on that shoulder. One more breath. And then slowly lower everything back down. Bring the weight out of that left leg and shake everything out. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so now bring the weight into your right leg. Hands onto the hips. Or if you are using the towel, put the towel on the top of your left foot and hold it behind you. Everybody else, bring your left foot behind you and hold on with your left hands. And again, if your knee is here, bring it in line with the right knee. Focus on that shoulder. Lengthen the tailbone down, lift your right arm. Breathe here, find that spot, maybe straight ahead, that is not moving. Breathe, and if you're ready, Also micro bend that right knee so it's not locked. And then lift that left leg behind you. Open up the chest. Breathe here. And again, if you lose balance, just come back calmly into your pose. And if you don't like it at all, you can rest in child pose right now. And slowly, slowly, take your time. Lower the arm. Bring your foot down and shake everything out. And come to the front of the mat. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, forward, forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward. Bring your hands right beside your feet and walk back into downward facing dog. Open up the fingers wide, find some length. This is the last downward dog. Maybe see how the heels are maybe a little closer towards the floor. Maybe the knees are a little bit straighter. And maybe not. That's fine too. Lift all the way up. And slowly lower back down into table. Swing the legs around. And come into staff pose. And from staff pose, lie down onto your back, bend your knees, bring the feet out, bring the knees together, arms right beside you, and just a small little twist in the lower back by moving your knees in the same direction. Stretching again the front of the hips, and a little bit of a twist in your lower back. Maybe roll the head in the opposite direction and stay here for a moment. Relax the shoulders. And then slowly move the other way. So if your knees are over towards the right, move your head towards the left. And stay here for a moment. And then bring your feet back to the middle. And then get ready for Shavasana. So use all the blankets, all the pillows, whatever you have. Put your pillow underneath the head, or maybe if the lower back is a little bit of an issue, you can put it underneath your knees. Roll it up and put it underneath the knees. And then move the head. Just rock it gently from side to side. Find your sweet spot. Same thing with your arms and your legs. Just get ready to lie down. Lie down on your back. Yes. You're ready for Shavasana. And then take a really deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out with a sigh throughout the mouth. And one more time. Everything is done. Nothing more to do. Just breathe in and out through the nose. You can use counting the inhale 1 and the exhale 2, And then the inhale 3. And the exhale 4. All the way to 10. Just to anchor your thoughts. If you feel like you're thinking about shopping lists and how you don't want to go to the supermarket right now, just come back to counting the inhale and the exhale. All the way to 10. And when you're at 10, you start again. And then slowly bring your attention down towards the feet. And start relaxing your toes. Your ankles. Your calf muscles. The back of the knees. The top of the knees. Relax the thighs, hamstrings, inner thighs. And let your legs become heavy. And soften your belly, your chest. Relax that lower back. Your middle back. And your upper back. Relax the shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, or 10 fingers. Relax the back of the neck, the back of your head, the top of your head, your forehead, temples, cheekbones. Unhinge the jaw. Relax the tongue in your mouth. Soften the lips, your eyes, and the space between your eyebrows. Slowly bring your attention back to your room and back to your mat and back to your body. Deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, and then stretch your legs, stretch your arms. Take your time, slow motion. And when you're ready, bend one knee and then the other. And then slowly roll onto your right side. Rest your head on your arm. Stay here. And when you're ready in your own time, use your hands to push you up into a seated position. If you like, you can keep your eyes closed. You can open your eyes as well. And then bring your hands in front of your chest. Lower the chin towards the chest. And thank yourself for being here. I thank you for coming. Namaste.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, everyone, for practicing with us today. Thank you to the Yonkers Public Library for funding this wonderful course, and Mandy for your time and attention, and everybody for forming our healing community.
Thank